Hi, I'm Katie, your safety trainer, and in today's video, we'll be talking about utility knife safety. Utility knives are used in many different industries because they're versatile tools that can cut through a wide range of materials. Whether it's packaging, insulation, or even ropes, utility knives can do it all. While these knives are simple to use, improper handling can lead to serious injuries. Enjoying this safety video? There's more where that came from on GotSafety Lite. Sign up for free and gain access to our library of over 1,800 safety videos. If we don't have the lesson you're looking for, we'll make it at no cost. Click the link to sign up today. In this video, we'll talk about the key differences between a utility knife and a box cutter. We'll also go over the different types of utility knives you might find in the work environment, the hazards that can arise when using them, and the personal protective equipment or PPE you should wear to stay safe. Additionally, we'll discuss safe work practices to help minimize the chance of getting hurt while using utility knives. Depending on where you work, a utility knife might be called a box cutter, and they may look similar, but there are some important differences between the two. Box cutters usually have built-in magnets, non-slip handles, and a lock button to keep the blade in place. The blade is between 4 to 8 inches and cannot be sharpened. The side slider helps extend or retract the blade. Utility knives, on the other hand, can have 1 or 2 flat-edged or serrated blades. The blades can be stored inside the handle for safety, and the handles are made from metal or plastic. The blade is usually between 4 to 6 inches, and it can be sharpened when it gets dull. Utility knives also often have a knob or hole for a better grip. In the work environment, you may come across different types of utility knives. One type is a fixed blade knife, which is designed with a blade that doesn't retract and may come with a sheath for storage and safety. Another type is a folding knife, which allows the blade to fold into the handle for safer storage when not in use. The third type is a retractable knife, where the blade can be extended or retracted as needed, providing additional safety when not in use. Each type has its own specific uses and safety considerations, so it's important to understand how to use them properly in the work environment. When using a utility knife, there are several potential hazards you should be aware of. One of the main risks is cuts or lacerations, which can occur if your body or extremities come into contact with the blade, especially when it's being used incorrectly or without proper attention. Another risk is eye irritation or damage, which can happen if debris or broken pieces of the blade get into your eyes. It's important to always remain cautious and follow proper safety protocols when using utility knives to minimize these hazards. To minimize the chances of an accident when using a utility knife, it's important to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE. This includes safety glasses or goggles to protect your eyes from debris, cut-resistant gloves and sleeves to shield your hands and arms from potential cuts, and closed-toed or steel-toed shoes or boots to protect your feet. Before using any PPE, make sure to inspect it for any signs of wear or damage. If you find anything worn or damaged, report it to your supervisor and do not use it. When using a utility knife, ensure that only trained and authorized personnel are handling the knife. Always inspect both the handle and blade for signs of damage before use. If you find any issues, report the knife to your supervisor and do not use it. Check the sharpness of the blade regularly. Sharpen or replace dull or damaged blades according to the manufacturer's instructions and your company's policies. Never use a dull or damaged blade and dispose of it properly. Make sure to use the right utility knife and blade for the task. Ensure the material you're cutting is properly stabilized and secured before making a cut. Only cut materials that are approved or recommended by the manufacturer. Use only the amount of blade necessary for the job and never use a knife to pry or turn objects. Avoid applying excessive pressure to the blade to prevent damage. Always keep your body and extremities out of the cutting path. When possible, make cuts away from your body and keep your eyes on the cut to maintain focus. Do not make cuts while distracted. If you need to talk to someone, lay the knife flat on a stable surface and ensure the blade is retracted or safely guarded. After you're done with the knife, either retract the blade or sheath it. If you need to pass a knife to someone, always pass it by the handle, never the blade. Do not throw the knife or use it for horseplay. Once finished, ensure the knife is properly stored following your company's policies and procedures. To conclude, utility knives are essential tools used across many industries for cutting a variety of materials. However, improper use can lead to accidents and injuries. To minimize these risks, always follow your company's policies, use knives only for materials approved by the manufacturer, and make sure you're using the knife properly. If you have any questions or concerns about utility knives at your job site, be sure to speak with your supervisor. That's all for today's lesson. If you like this video, look for us on social media. And remember, stay safe out there. In this video, we'll talk about the key differences between a utility knife, and a box cutter. That's a no. Utility knives also often have a knob. A knob.